Camera number 338 of 365 is the EOS 3000N. Already done the 3000, but this is follows the path of the N series in upgrading, not really changing the previous camera, but just tweaking the insides and giving you a little bit more, perhaps a flash unit. So the camera requires batteries to operate, or a battery to operate. No, two batteries, beg your pardon, to operate. These 1, 2, 3 batteries. And then we put the orientation in, one positive up, one negative up. And again, we have to be careful of this little latch door here that very easily breaks. Just while we're on the base here, we notice a tripod mount. That's pretty much it as far as that goes. It takes the EOS, I've got the name of them, EF lenses, there we go, EOS EF lenses, which we dismount by pressing the button and take that off. Like a lot of the 3000, well, all the 1000 series, they seem to have this plastic mount, obviously cutting back on costs, but very light and very likeable. In fact, it's a very competent picture taker. So put the lens back on by aligning the two little red dots. To turn the camera on, we just rotate the dial. We're in program mode, point and shoot mode, where the camera makes all the decisions. And we just simply take the image. And then we have our creative modes, our portrait, landscape, macro, sports, and nighttime. Sports mode, or rather nighttime portrait, should I say. And then going back the other way, we have another program mode which is shiftable. We can change that, and then our shutter priority, aperture priority, manual mode. Looking through the viewfinder, there is all that we see on the top here is reflected in the viewfinder, so we get this little scale when we're in manual mode. So we get a guide as to where we are in our exposure, and then we can change accordingly. And then we have the A depth, where we select 2 points in our image, and the camera then makes sure that everything in focus between those. We can change our ISO, and then mid-roll rewind, which is used in conjunction with the self-timer button, which is just located here. Okay, go back through those modes. And then on the other side, the top button where my thumb is here, it allows us to choose from our 3 focus points, which we do with our command dial. So we can either choose 3 or one of those 3. With the function button, that will then select the various functions down the side here. So we can choose from red eye reduction, and you basically turn them on or off, 0 or 1. A little beeper. We have multiple exposures. I believe you can do up to 9 exposures. Yep. And then a bracketing set is the last choice. And we can choose from -2, +2. So it will choose over, under, and the correct exposure. Done the self-timer button. Shutter actuation, our command dial. We then have exposure compensation, and then exposure memory lock. A lot of these EOS cameras that do suffer from this problem with the sticky grip. I've managed to get rid of most of the stickiness, but as a consequence it does seem to be coming off. So note to user, you might want to recover that possibly. A little port for a remote, which will be electronic. And then to open our film chamber, we simply lift the latch up and then put our film in. As I say, it's DX coding, but we can override that, which is nice. So it's a similar pattern. I must confess, having used the 3000, the 1000, the 1000N, 1000F, they're all very, very similar, but they're all very likable, very competent picture takers, I must say. So I think I've probably mentioned this before, but if you're coming from a digital background, you'll be very happy with this particular variety of cameras. So there we go, that's a brief overview of the EOS 3000N, and that has been camera number 338 of 365.